I will now ask two people for the conclusion of this discussion. So the first one will be Mr. André Lévy-Lang. André Lévy-Lang, who is president of the SCORE Corporate Foundation for Science and was a long experience as a banker. I'm sure you have innovative and great ideas on the subject of biodiversity. Mr. Lévy-Lang.
Thank you. The SCORE Foundation for Science was launched 10 years ago to support scientific research in fields relating to the reinsurance business. This is a very broad mandate, which is reflected by the composition of our scientific board, which ranges all the way from mathematics to demography, health, geophysics, and so on. Reinsurance is a business which deals with very specific risks, which have three characteristics. First, they are large risks with high impact. Obviously, the case for earthquakes, tornadoes, pandemics, etc. Second, they have a broad impact at the systemic level very often, not just on one aspect of the risk. It can be economic, but it can also have an impact on population, on health, and so on. A good example, the tsunami at Fukushima was an example. So broad systemic impact. And thirdly, they are either low probability events, like the black swans in finance, or very probable, but with very uncertain impact and timing. That is the case of climate risk or broad diversity reduction. We know it's happening. We don't know exactly when, but we have an idea. But on the impact, it is very uncertain. Biodiversity does check all the boxes for reinsurance. It is a very large risk. It has a broad multi-sector impact, and it is certain, it is happening with certainty, but the impact itself is to some extent uncertain. Modeling these risks, which is the business of reinsurers, requires both a long-term view, sometimes a very long-term view, but more importantly, an interdisciplinary approach. We must look at all the aspects of a question as they are interrelated. And I think this has been amply demonstrated by this colloquium today. So it is really a field in which we will continue to be interested, just as 10 years ago, we started really becoming very involved in understanding and explaining what climate risk was and trying to assess it. So in many ways, this is a start. It has been extremely interesting meeting. I have learned a lot, I must say. I think many of you also have learned on the fields on which they are not specialists. And my conclusion would be first to thank all of you for all the information, and also to state that as far as we're concerned, this is the beginning, not the end. It is the beginning of the work we should do to go on and supporting scientific research in this area. So again, thank you all, and we will go on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lévy-Lang. I will now ask for the final words, Mrs. Joëlle Dupont. Mrs. Joëlle Dupont, you are Director of the Deputy Director General for Research Expertise, Technology, Transfer and Education at the Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle. Mrs. Dupont.
Many thanks, Aline. I am pleased to bring a few concluding words to this exciting conference, during which the exchanges were of real quality. There is an increasing demand to the museum from private actors, such as urban developers, insurers, natural areas managers, and industrials for expertise. The museum experts are regularly called upon to identify species using collections that are curated at the museum as references. But also they provide scientific support for issues related to ecological interactions and to the conservation of protected and rare species. The museum is well positioned to answer these demands from private actors, particularly because it's a research institute and results of the research feed expertise. And sometimes in return, expertise open to research projects. To stimulate the continuity of action between basic research, applied research, and expertise, the museum has created research expertise units recently. For example, there is one on geological heritage. This unit brings together people from the research, from the National Geological Heritage Inventory, and from Vigiter, which is a citizen science network. The knowledge produced in this way on geodiversity makes it possible to identify the most remarkable sites that can be subject to geotop protection orders, but also to produce geodiversity indicators and to generate public interest. But now, how does the work of the Department of Expertise at the museum support our society in the context of environmental crisis? Recent events have promoted the emergence of the vulnerability of industrial societies in the face of scientific and technological progress, such as the explosion of chemical plants, for example, Bhopal in India, AZF in France, and of course, actually the COVID crisis. The 90s were marked by the advent of the notion of risk, which is now associated with every act of daily life: food risk, road risk, natural risk, technological risk, and of course, health risk. Now, the very nature of risk is that it is precisely uncertain, hence the growing use of scientific tools to identify, anticipate, measure, avoid, and control it. These uncertainties are the very reason and basis of the rise of the expertise. And this story of expertise practices continues to evolve from individual to collective expertise up to multidisciplinary and multi-actor expertise, articulating heterogeneous knowledge and bringing together actors of different origins. Today, we can consider that the future of expertise practices could be linked to their capacity to be democratized, that is to say, to truly open up their approaches to contrasting point of view, and in particular to organize a plural expertise that does not stop at the network of specialists alone, and that knows how to make room for non-experts. In recent years, biodiversity and indeed its expertise is under the spotlight. These new challenges have increased the expectations on the museum in order to maintain its position as a national and international reference for the knowledge of nature. One of the museum's missions is to anticipate emerging issues and to break new grounds. That is what the museum's core partnership has made possible, since the connections between biodiversity and reinsurance activities have not been explored or have been explored very little before this report. So to conclude this insightful seminar, I would like to congratulate all the speakers and thank all the participants. As a scientist, I also want to insist on the need for the business world to take up the issue of biodiversity in the context of the 6th mass extinction, just as SCORE has started to do it with this partnership, and for which we congratulate them. Of course, the museum, as the academic sector, already stands alongside companies to tackle this challenge, and still will. We now hope that the SCORE Foundation will keep mobilizing its efforts to fight this erosion and keep developing and sharing knowledge on the complex subject of biodiversity and setting clear actions in favor of it. Then we will be able to say that this partnership is definitively successful. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Dupont. Much of nature has already been lost, and what remains continues to decline, as the IPBES report in 2019 said. But I think that this kind of event may start a new fight against this decline. So thank you very much, everyone. As a reminder, you will find more content if you're interested on the website biodiversitychallenge2021.com, and especially you will find this event has been registered, so you can watch it again if you need to see a special part on the website. And do not forget to read the report. Again, it's available on HAL website, Archives Ouvertes. I wish to thank again the people organizing the conference, including also some people you haven't seen, which are Laure Larue from SCORE and Magali Lagorce from the museum. And I wish to also thank the numerous participants and the speakers for taking time for sharing with us their point of view and giving all of us a lot of food for thought about this dramatic issue. And I will wish you an excellent day. Bye-bye.